Okay, question 4. This question is a little bit different. They're talking about this hypophosphatemia. We'll just call it hypo. Is one of the few genetic disorders caused by a dominant allele carried on an X sex chromosome. Different than the ones we've done previous. The ones we were doing before were sex-linked recessive. In this case, the actual allele for hypo is dominant to the recessive normal allele. So that's a little bit different than what we've seen before. So we can do a legend with that. And this time I'm going to give this X with a capital H attached to it. It gets capital H because it's actually dominant to the recessive normal allele. I don't care what this other allele is. This will always be a hypo, female or male. Okay, and for there to be a normal female, there has to be two normal X allele, sex chromosomes before she will be a normal female. Okay, again, both of them must be present for her to be normal because in this case it's recessive to the hypo allele, which is dominant. And for the male, X and Y is the normal male. So that's our legend. Quite a bit different than what we've done before. Rare conditions, but there are some of them, and get comfortable with this because you're going to see this on your unit exam where there's a dominant allele and probably on sex-linked as well. So when it's sex-linked, you must use X's and Y's in your nomenclature when you're assigning notation to your alleles. Okay, so that's step 1. Step 2 is underline the parents. So here's the female. She does have hypo. So she had a father with the disease, but she had a mom that didn't. Okay, so that's interesting. So if she is hypo, she must have at least this. And that was given to her by her father. But she also had a mom who didn't have the disorder. She was normal. So again, if you look at her legend, that's why we do it. To be normal, she has to have two just regular X chromosomes, sex chromosomes. And that's all she can contribute to this daughter through her egg. So that's how we determined that she must be a carrier to the normal allele. But she's still going to be hypo because she does have that was given to her by her father. So now this question would have been much easier if it just would have said we had a heterozygous hypo female. But sometimes they give you different type of information within the question, and you had to, in this case, ascertain that she is a carrier. She is carrying the normal allele there. Okay. She mates with a normal male. Okay, so he just has the X and the Y. So let's just do our quick Punnett square. Still just a monohybrid. Put the female on top. Put the male down the side, and we're just isolating those into gametes, simulating fertilization. Now in this case, the hypoallele is dominant, so we're going to put him first, and then the X is recessive, put him second. So that is going to be a hypo female. XX, that's going to be a normal female. X with the hypoallele, and the Y is going to be a hypo male, and XY is a normal male. Okay, so our ratio is a 1 to 1 to 1 to 1 ratio. 1 being hypo female, 1 being normal female, 1 being a hypo male, and another one being a normal male. Okay, let's take a look at the next question here. 4b, it says in the above cross that we just talked about, what is the probability of having a female? So having a female, 1/2. Put that right in the question. Best practices so you don't forget to put that in with the product rule. With hypo, and it says express your 2 decimal places, or your answer in 2 decimal places. So in this case, we just go back to this question. We can see out of the females, right? So again, we don't care about the males. We can cross that right out. But out of the females, only 1/2 of the females in that Punnett square we're going to have hypo. So go back to this question. To be hypo would be 1/2. So we have 1/2 being a female out of that cross that we just did previous. Out of that, only 1/2 is going to be hypo. Product rule, multiply the two fractions together. You're going to get 1 out of 4. They want 2 decimal places, so we get 0.25 is our answer that we would put into our numerical response. Okay, any issues, just give me an email. Thanks, guys. Bye.